Alright guys, so this is something a little new I'm doing today. This is not a food video, this is an entirely different thing. Everyone who knows me knows I'm all into random facts and just spouting them at any given time. Well, that's why I decided to go ahead and make this channel so that I can inform people things that I know and not sound like a dick by correcting them in public. This first video here is going to be about Christmas and things that people don't know about it. I just went ahead and came up with my top 5 things that everyone gets wrong about Christmas. So we'll start with number 5. So I know what you're thinking. I'm not about to tell you that there's a guy at the North Pole giving out gifts to all your kids and, throwing coal at them if they're bad, whatever. No, but there actually was a saint named Nicholas, and he was an early Christian saint, and he was revered for being the patron saint of merchants, thieves, among other things, and he was known for secret gift giving, which is where it's thought that the tradition of Santa Claus came from. So yeah, he was real, but no, he's not going to sneak into your chimney in the middle of the night. So that brings us to number 4. Alright, so it's real common this time of year to see posts on places like Facebook of people saying, "Keep Christ in Christmas, it's not Xmas, it's Christmas," and everyone seems to think that that's an attempt to, secularize Christmas, but it's really not. Actually, it dates back to the 16th century, the use of the X, and it actually refers to a Greek letter that resembles an X, and it was actually the first letter of Jesus' name back then. So really, it's just another way to say Christmas. It's easier to write down, and it's not at all offending anybody's religion. This is a real interesting one, because there's no actual where in the Bible where they mention that Jesus was born in December. It talks about flocks and shepherds and, wise men, but it never says that he was born in December, and that idea didn't come along until much later. And actually, it's commonly thought that the placement of Christmas in December is a way of taking focus away from one of the pagan festivals such as Saturnalia, which makes perfect sense because the church was known for trying to take attention away from those deities, and they would put their holidays along the same place, so it was easier for them to move from one religion to another. It was actually really smart. And now on to number 3. Now, in the context of Christmas, I understand it's not the presents that really matter. It's spending time with your family and loved ones and appreciating what you have and celebrating the birth of Christ. But back to the roots of Christmas, Yule, presents was a very big part of it. People would, they'd have a festival, there'd be lots of drinking, there'd be animal sacrifices, and yes, presents were exchanged. So when you get back to the start of things, presents were a very important part of it. Now this last one is my personal favorite. Bad kids don't get coal. So originally, in some Christmas traditions, bad kids did not get coal. No, there was this figure known as Krampus, and unlike Santa Claus, he would come specifically for bad kids, and rather than give them coal, he would put them in a sack after swatting them, and he would take them, well, nobody really knows. Some accounts say he would drown them, some say he would drag them off into hell, but it's a lot worse than coal. So back then I think kids would have been a lot better motivated not to act up. But, things have changed. But a lot of people don't realize those things about Christmas, and that's why I felt the need to tell you about them, because, it just might come up in conversation, and you might be able to tell people what you know now. It's just a fun little thing to share, conversation. You can stop it, because